Well, what do you hear this? Janet Melaugh lost over 4 stone, went from an 18 to a size 12 just through healthy eating and a bit of exercise. Jonny Heywood is her trainer. Runs a weight loss challenge camp here in the city. They both join me. Good to see you both. Well done, you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. You must be very proud of yourself.
I am very proud of myself.
What did you do, Janet? What was the prompt? When was the day that you just said, right, I'm taking this by the scruff of the neck?
I was just fed up being overweight, not wanting to move, just sitting there eating all the time. It just no life at all.
But is it not very hard to break out of that? What did you do to take a step forward? What was your prompt? What happened?
Johnny came into my work one day, so I did, promoting his bootcamp, and it just everything, because it was for beginners and the time that I started it was just the right time for me, so I just phoned him and told him, book my place, I'm coming down.
Was that a hard phone call to make?
No, because I always wanted to do boot camps, but I was too heavy, I was too unfit, and boot camps, you just think everybody's fit. I'd have been left sitting at the side struggling away like. So when he says beginners, that was for me.
Do you remember your first day?
Aye.
How hard was that?
Oh, it was awful.
Because you have to know what to wear.
Aye.
You have to know who's going to be there, what's Johnny going to say,
Aye.
I wonder how you dealt with that.
Just went down and threw on a big t-shirt and a big pair of leggings, and away I went.
Yeah. And away you went.
Away I went. I haven't looked back since.
But we're not talking years here. This is 90 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unbelievable. So what's been the secret? What's been the thing that you've been really good at, John? Is it the sprinting? Is it just getting up, or the routine of it, or what? Tell us about that.
It's just all routine with my sodas.
Uh-huh.
Just I hate missing classes.
What is your routine? Take us through it.
Get up in the morning, 9, go to bootcamp at 10, and then come back and just start my day then.
Breakfast? What did you have?
Didn't have nothing.
Okay.
I didn't eat until lunchtime.
And what did you have back then for lunch?
It would have been crisps.
Just crisps?
Crisps. Loved them crisps.
Which kind of crisps?
Potato, cheese and onion. I haven't had a bag since.
I'm a potato, cheese and onion man as well. What is it about those things?
I know they're addictive. Diet Coke. Diet Coke for my breakfast.
Coke and crisps?
I couldn't go to bed at night unless I had Diet Coke in the fridge for the morning.
Right.
So addicted to it.
So that's the thing, isn't it? Because that's lifestyle. When you're looking at that and going, well, how am I ever going to get that out of the fridge? Because I love it and it quenches me thirst and it revitalises me. I mean, people love this stuff for a reason, right?
Oh.
So what did you do? Just stop buying it or throw it in the sink?
Just stopped. Whenever I always knew that it wasn't bad for you, knew what I could do to you, But see, whenever I found out it would slow down my weight loss, it was like bye-bye Diet Coke.
Incredible, but to get the strength of mind. Fair play to you, man. I mean, there must be something. I'll ask you about him in a second, Johnny, but you must be very proud of her.
Yeah, Janet, she was one of the first members. I was at her weight loss challenge camp. I mean, the first day it was Janet and her friend. It was only 2 at it. And now we have over 220 members.
What?
So obviously what we're doing it well and it's working. So there's lots of people, more members every day. New members come every day. So
gyms must hate you guys.
Yeah, well we're right next door to one of the gyms in the town, and
but you're out and about. You're out in the rain and the storm and the sun.
No, we do. All ours is indoor.
Oh, you're indoor.
Yeah,
because I often think, when you get these guys outside, you're doing the gyms out of a fortune of memberships. Because if people could do it in the Peace Bridge and the walkways, I suppose a lot of boot camps do that.
Yeah, they have no rent to pay or nothing like that. So yeah, but no, most of all ours is done indoor. So we there's about 15% of the population will go to gyms and boot camps and things like that. And then there's still another 30 or 35% of people that wants to get active and lose weight. That's the people that we're targeting. We're not taking anybody away from other boot camps or gyms, whatever. There's 35% of people that are out there that wants to lose weight and get active, and that's the people we've been
You're all aiming at those, it's almost like fishing rods, all trying to catch it. Joe, I know you must go, but have you seen a tangible difference in the effect of all these boot camps today, or are these the numbers of people that always used to do it, only we just see them outside these days? Have they changed the town?
I think they have. Yeah, I think there is a definite increase in numbers, no doubt about it. And again, every practice, while I say we have a slow creep of increasing weight in the average population, every practice, I guess, certainly our practice, has similar stories to Janet's. People who've lost large amounts of weight, and I think it is actually about commitment. We just decide, enough's enough, and recognizing that there's something not right in the way that you go about your daily life is the fundamental thing. And that, I think that applies whether, if you're going to run a marathon, if you're going to do any kind of, make some sort of commitment, medium or long-term commitment, there comes a point where you say, this is what I'm doing. And I thought it was very interesting what Janet said as well, that she really hated missing a day, because it does become addictive, and that's the fact. You look at the crowds now jogging around the bridges, 6 o'clock any day, you'll see a big crowd of lycra-clad fluorescent people.
And they're like the masses of them. It's like a whole herd of...
But it's the thing about it is when you commit to something like that, you do really, really miss, if you miss a day, you really want to do something, you really get into the mode of it. And I think that's part of the secret, where you incorporate that then. That's the initial bit, that's the honeymoon period. And then you incorporate that as part of your life. That's what you do, that every day you do, or most days, you do some form of exercise and you enjoy it. It's not a chore after a short while. And I mean, I don't know, I don't do that much running now, but because I keep getting injured, it's terrible. But, I don't think there was ever a day, no matter what kind of weather it was, that I regretted going for a run. You get out, you hear the rain in the roof, and you go, and it's cold, or it's icy, or there's something. But you go out and do something, and you never ever, I've never ever had a day where I thought I shouldn't have done that.
It's like it's like a surfing, the boys in the surf would take
yeah, that's the thing. You see the guys with the surfboards going down on a day, and some days and you go, really? They're going out today? But that's the days that people like you go out, isn't it?
It is. Joey, I know you're a busy man. Thank you for joining us for your thoughts today. Guys in studio here, grab the headphones there, because some of our guys online today have been effusive in their praise of boot camps. John, it's just our story as human beings, isn't it? You were addicted to the crisps, addicted to Diet Coke, and now you're addicted to boot camps.
Addicted to exercise.
What is it about us that has to have an addiction like this? But it's meeting your needs, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you are. Johnny, what do you reckon? I think it is. It's almost like a minor revolution we're talking about. A lot of people maybe find that first phone call that Janet described almost impossible to make, just feeling utterly defeated. How important is that first encounter? Because you guys all turn up fit as fiddles, not a pick on you, and there's people arrive, size 18, size 20, going, jeepers, look at your man. That must be difficult.
Yeah, it sure is. It's one of the hardest decisions is actually to walk through the front door of somewhere, or to go and meet somebody for that first time. That's the hardest. Once you do that, they get into the place. They start off to do a wee class and take it nice and easy, see how they get on, and then they meet new people straight away. And it's all about meeting new people. Sometimes it's better to come yourself, because if you're relying on someone else to come with you and they don't turn up, then you're not going to come either. And then sometimes it's better to train with somebody, because the two of you keep each other going.
See, John, that's the thing. I had a gym membership, and I think I used it 4 times in the year, and I cursed myself for wasting the money, because I would have done it. I was a bit of a loner. I've done it on my own. I suppose if you commit to going and your buddies are there, they'll be fun. How were you this morning? Does it work like that?
There's 4 of us that went together. We all worked together.
Who's the gang? Give a gang. Who's the gang's names?
Leandra, Martina and Leona. We all work in Palos.
Yes.
So we all went together.
So all for one for all kind of thing. So how often would you go? Not every day.
6 days.
6 days a week. And
Six classes.
An hour or more every morning.
An hour a day.
Are you not wrecked? Because a lot of people exercise at night and then go back home and sort of lie down and have a rest. Because you do it and then you have a day's work ahead of you. How do you pick yourself up for your working day?
No, it gives you loads of energy. I'd be full of energy when I'm done.
Well, how does that work, Johnny? Because I would have thought it would have worked the opposite.
Good nutrition. As long as you fuel yourself for the day, if you didn't eat properly and you done all that exercise, you'd be wrecked come lunchtime. But as long as you're taking in plenty of fluids, plenty of food, eating at the right time, basically every meal that you'd be trying to take, you'd be trying to get a portion of protein in. Okay, so protein kickstarts metabolism. So it's every time if you're eating 5 or 6 times a day, your portion of protein, and then obviously with your carbs, you're getting in your good carbs as well, and obviously you need good fats. So it's just about every time that you're eating, just think about what you're eating, get your good source of protein, and let you set up for the day.
John, a final word. There'll be a lot of people out there going, go on and good on you, but a lot of people cursing the radio because they, and other people going, she's done it and he's done it, they're all getting fit, and I always feel left behind. Maybe people who have dieted for years or tried it and have just watched the weight creep on. Go on and speak to those people who maybe feel a bit defeated when it comes to this stuff.
You just have to make that first step. Nobody's going to do it for you.
Just
and down the challenge camp, everyone's so friendly. They're all supporting everybody. It's just a really friendly environment to be training in if you're looking to lose weight and get your confidence.
I know, but costs as well, by the way. Give people a rough guide. Your 6 days a week costs you, or your month costs you what? Or
a month, £25 a month.
That's like...
for as many classes as you can do.
So that if you were going 25, that's £1 a day if you were going as often as you are. £1 a day.
£1 a day.
Johnny, hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's on site so nobody sees you.
There's I think it's 23 classes a week to choose from, so there's actually some people who come twice a day, so they get it for like 50p a class. For value, it is good value, but it's results driven. people's coming because they see other people getting results, and that's what it's all about.
What's it like chucking out all your old clothes, by the way?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Was it good?
Oh,
You don't feel like, no, look at what I spent in that dress. And
no, look at out you go.
Bye, goodbye.
Actually, normally I would keep them if I lose a wee bit of it. This time they went to the fun.
Good on you. I think a lot of people are encouraged maybe listening to you today. Janet, thank you very much indeed.
You.
And Jonny, thank you. Jonny Heywood, they're one of the boot campers, and Janet Melaugh, who's swearing by the successes of just making that decision to have a go. And finally, just we're running this little theme, mindful of those awful figures out about childhood obesity today. Another big fitness success story in the city. The triathlon started as part of City of Culture, second one just last weekend. Huge feedback I saw on social media about that. So what about making it an annual fixture from now on? Paul McGilloway is the race director. Good to see you, Paul.
Good to see you, Mark.
Just briefly, what do you think about what you've been hearing so far?
That was a phenomenal story, and it's brilliant to hear that, because I mean, obesity is the whole talk of the town, and people getting out making an effort, and that's a credit there. Brilliant.
It
fabulous.
Is. Absolutely.